Do mental health and physical health even exist? This is probably a question that sounds absurd, maybe even comical, coming from a psychologist, but I mean it, and in this video, I'll be explaining why I'm asking this question. My name is Dr. Park. I'm a psychologist for teens and college students, and here at Through the Waters, we nurture your mental health. I have a confession, which is that when I started Through the Waters, I felt very passionate, and I still do, about helping people with their emotions, their thinking patterns, and self-talk. I wanted to help people take courageous steps to get outside of their comfort zone. I wanted to promote healing and well-being in the midst of a youth mental health crisis, and I wanted people to discover more meaning and purpose in their lives. I wanted teens and college students like you to enter into a life of more joy, peace, purpose, and growth. And the confession part is that amidst all of that passion that still is like on fire inside of me, I did not want to use the phrase mental health. I know that I need to use that phrase because it immediately clicks in people's minds as a shorthand for all of those things that I just mentioned. And I will continue to use the phrase mental health going forward. But it's not my favorite phrase, and I'm beginning to realize why. One of the themes that I notice a lot as I'm listening to people in society, listening to the people, is that whether it be social media, or athletes, or celebrities, or famous doctors, or policymakers, or other people in positions of leadership, people I greatly admire and learn from. So many people are talking about mental health and physical health as two separate realities. And I believe that we are only whole human beings. It's not like our mental health is over here and our physical health is over here and we have to deal with them separately. My view is that they are inseparable. I believe that we are whole humans capable of experiencing healing and well-being, and part of healing involves the healing of this fragmentation that sees mental health and physical health as two separate realities. There's only one reality. Each of us is only one whole human who is experiencing a degree of health. Physical and mental health are just different sides of the same coin, and that coin is health. I'm going to explain this from another angle. Back in my full-time psychology professor days, one of the classes that I taught was abnormal psychology. I would have students get into small groups toward the beginning of the semester and discuss a human experience such as depression, for example. And I would ask them to discuss this. Is depression biological? Is it psychological? Is it social? Is it cultural? Or is it spiritual? And after the students spent some time discussing this amongst themselves in small groups, we all kind of reconvened and combined our ideas as a class. And what became apparent to all of us is that the answer is yes. Is depression biological, psychological, social, cultural, or spiritual? Yes, all of the above. All human experience is all the above. Sometimes people try to come in for a hard landing on one of these dimensions by saying that something is just a biological thing or it's just a psychological thing. But all of those dimensions exist all the time. Everything is biological, psychological, social, cultural, and spiritual. So to give an opposite example that sometimes comes up, sometimes people want to say that prayer is just a spiritual thing. And to me, that's a pretty disembodied view of prayer because our whole being can pray. Prayer is housed in our body. It matters what we do with our body as we pray. And prayer affects our body, our emotions, our thinking, our relationships, biological, psychological, social, cultural, and spiritual. Everything is all of these. So, I hope that this is making sense. We are whole human beings. We shouldn't make a false separation between our mental health and our physical health. Our health and wholeness really cannot be divided into these pieces. Dividing these is actually a part of the problem. Having separate systems to care for people's physical health and mental health is part of the problem. Part of healing is healing this fragmented understanding of ourselves and moving toward deeper integration of our being together.